Pasta carbonara is an iconic Roman dish loved the world over because it's delicious and easy. But it's also been interpreted the world over, and every cook has put their spin on the dish. So today, Ashley's going to show us a more authentic version of pasta carbonara.
Yes, and it's super balanced in flavors, and it's a really straightforward technique. And we came up with an ideal ratio of eggs and cheese that's going to make the creamiest, rich sauce.
Because there aren't a lot of ingredients in this dish, so each ingredient really has to hold its own weight.
Yep, absolutely. So before we go any further, first I need to cook the spaghetti. So I have 1 pound here, and I have 4 quarts of boiling water.
The sauce is so fast you can make it while the pasta cooks.
That's right. Now for this recipe, you want everything to be ready to be assembled because it does move pretty quickly at the end.
Okay.
So I just added 1 tablespoon of salt.
And that's our standard ratio. 4 quarts of water, 1 tablespoon of salt.
Yep. All right, and I'm gonna cook that until the spaghetti is al dente. So let's move on down here. Now we have probably, I'd say, one of my favorite ingredients to work with. This is guanciale. It's Italian pork jowls, and they cure and season it over time, and it is just so delicious. I wanna cut this into 1/2-inch pieces, just like so.
Now, as you mentioned, there's not a lot of ingredients in this dish, and guanciale obviously is a key ingredient. What if you can't find it? Is there anything you can substitute?
Absolutely. Try and seek out the pancetta. So they do sell pancetta in thin slices. Try to find the 4-ounce block, and then you can prepare it just like I'm doing with the guanciale.
Gotcha.
And if you have extra, if it's sold in a bigger chunk, you can just refrigerate or freeze the rest. So as you can see, I'm now cutting these into 1/2-inch pieces.
Really big chunks, actually.
Yes. Well, you're gonna thank me. What I'm gonna do now is add the guanciale to our cool skillet. It's not heated yet. And I'm gonna cook over medium heat. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil with the guanciale to the 12-inch nonstick skillet. And I'm gonna cook this until the fat from the guanciale is rendering and the pork is just shy of crisp. It'll take about 6 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, now on to the sauce. We have 3 whole eggs in this bowl. And now I need to separate these eggs because I'm looking for 2 more yolks.
Okay, so that's the magic ratio. 3 eggs and 2 yolks.
Yep.
Because I've seen a lot of conversations about how many eggs you use in a proper carbonara.
You're right. We needed to find the proper ratio of the eggs with the cheese to get that right texture. I mean, you want it to be nice and glossy, but you don't want it to be too stodgy. Now, we're gonna add some Pecorino Romano cheese. Now, this is 100% sheep's milk. You can use Parmesan here, but if you can find the Pecorino, definitely use it because it's tangy. So it's gonna cut through the richness of the carbonara.
Yeah, it has a sharper flavor than Parmesan.
Yes, exactly. All right, so this is 2.5 ounces here.
I love how finely grated that is. You used a rasp style grater, I can tell. And that's because the fine shreds, I'm imagining, will melt more easily.
Just totally melt. Okay, now I have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then 1 whole teaspoon of fresh cracked black pepper. All right, as you can see, that cheese, it's already doing its thing in there.
It is. It's melting right into the eggs.
Okay.
And that's it for ingredients.
We just have to wait for the guanciale and pasta to finish cooking.
Okay.
This is looking great. As you can see, the fat is nice and rendered. It's just shy of crisp. Okay, as well as the pasta, that is done cooking too. Now, before I drain it, I'm gonna reserve some pasta cooking water because, as you can imagine, we're gonna use some of that starchy liquid in our sauce to help thicken and combine everything together.
Makes sense.
So I'm gonna just grab 1/2 cup. Now I'm gonna go drain the pasta and we'll finish our sauce.
Okay.
Okay, the pasta is done cooking. I returned it to the pot.
And it's still steaming.
And it is still steaming. So now I'm gonna add the rendered fat from the guanciale as well as the guanciale and get everybody in there because it's got a ton of that rich pork flavor. Give this a good toss. Make sure that guanciale fat is coating the pasta nicely. And now, move on down to our eggs from earlier. Now I did pour off 1/2 cup of the pasta cooking water. I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of it right now. And essentially it's gonna be tempering the eggs. All right, and you wanna work quickly at this stage, as you can imagine. So now I'm gonna pour all of the egg mixture into the pot. Get all that cheese in there. So now I'm gonna stir this with the tongs for about 1 to 2 minutes until the sauce is good and creamy. And there is a little bit more of the pasta cooking water just to go in there and adjust the consistency as needed.
Okay.
All right.
Goodness, Ashley, that looks delicious.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I have been heating up some bowls in a low oven, 200 degrees or so. Do you mind grabbing them for
Sure
me?
thing.
Thanks. Any kind of eggy sauce or some kind of a sauce that has cheese in it, it's always a great idea because you've gone through all the work to make that sauce as smooth as possible. And with a cold bowl, it could seize up, it could congeal. So.
Well, I like that it lengthens the serving time of the pasta too.
Yeah.
Like you said, it won't cool down the sauce too much. Get some of that guanciale up on top of there.
Don't you
Those look
worry.
delicious.
I know. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper because as I mentioned earlier, it's an important flavor in this recipe.
Now I like these portion sizes too, not too big because I have a feeling it's gonna be on the rich side.
Just a little bit. I'm gonna go in for a guanciale first.
I'm gonna go for the whole thing. Oh, this is delicious.
Oh, thank you. A little bit saltiness. Good amount of meat on there too. It's not too fatty.
You can taste the pork and the cured pork, but it's not smoky at all. It's just nice cured pork. You can taste the cheese and then the black pepper. And it's just that trio on this perfectly cooked pasta. Ashley, this carbonara is superb. The best I've ever had. Thank you.
Grazie.
To make the perfect pasta carbonara, start with guanciale. Use the right ratio of eggs to pecorino, and finally work quickly at the end so that the heat from the cooked pasta thickens the sauce. From Cook's Country, the ultimate recipe for spaghetti carbonara. Oh, those little pieces of guanciale are everything.
I know, I feel like I'm in Italy right now.
Thanks for watching Cook's Country from America's Test Kitchen. So what'd you think?
Leave a comment and let us know which recipes you're excited to make, or just say hi.
Now you can find links to today's recipes and reviews in the video description.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
See you later.
Alligator.